What is up, my fragrant people? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of The Experience. Now this is where I'll take one fragrance or a fragrance layer and break it down so that it can forever be broke. And I give you my experience on wearing this in different situations so that you can make a decision on whether this fragrance or layer is good enough for you or not. Now the fragrance that we're talking about today is from the house of Amouage, is Lyric Man. Now Lyric Man was produced in 2008 by perfumer Daniel Vizintin. It is an EDP concentration and retails for about $360. Amouage is a niche perfumery house known as the Gift of Kings. Now their Middle Eastern, very powerful, very specialized perfumery is known for making East meet West. So you're talking about Middle Eastern, Oriental-based fragrances that are very strong, very long-lasting, with a modern twist of the West. I've always loved their presentations. These bottles are beautiful. And this one, I don't know if you can see it very well, but this one kind of has I'll try to focus it later. This one kind of has a gradient from dark kind of to a light burgundy. It's hard to tell in the different lights. Sometimes it looks all burgundy and sometimes it looks all black, but very beautiful bottle. I like how it has the jewel on the top. And it has the king's crown on the very top of it, and the cap is actually magnetic, so I really like that. A Lyric Man is an EDP concentration, and it features the notes of lime and bergamot up top. In the heart you have rose, angelica, ginger, orange blossom, saffron, nutmeg, and galbanum. And in the base there's musk, incense, pine, sandalwood, and vanilla. But that's a ton of notes and that's a mouthful. But what you need to know about Lyric Man is that it is a super fresh, clean, powdery, rose musk fragrance. The way this breaks down is super complex, guys, and this is not a niche fragrance for beginners. I can tell you that. This is not the one for you unless you are very, very open-minded. Believe me. I love these type of fragrances because they challenge you. And I love the note of rose, but this one challenged me. When you first spray it on, you get a blast. To me, it's a blast of freshness. I get a lot of freshness. There's bergamot carrying that lime up top. I love lime in fragrances, and that gives it a multi-season facet to me. You can wear this. To me, this is a fragrance that you can wear almost any season. It's gonna go best in spring because on me, it's very floral. You guys would have to actually get it on your skin if you can before you wear it, but it comes off very floral. But in the heart, after about 20-30 minutes in this fragrance, I get more of the rose, and that's when it really gets powdery. Now I'm not sure even where the powder is coming from because I look for iris, and Amouage doesn't state that they have iris. Now it does have saffron, and I'm used to saffron in Baccarat Rouge 540 and in Instant Crush from Mancera, but the saffron in here goes a little bit different route. Now saffron is in the iris family, but you don't get the same iris powdery dry down on this one. In the heart there's saffron and there's other notes mixed in there. I'm getting the greenness, I'm getting angelica, and I also get a little pine on the dry down. But in the mid is where the rose really starts to kick in, guys. And man, it is, to me, it's not as distinct. I could get the rose, but it's not as distinct as you think it would be. And some people call this a rose fragrance. And even Amouage says it's an homage to rose. And as much as I love rose, they did something different with this one. It's very different. And that's why I had to make sure I had Lyric Man in my collection. I've been wearing this for a little while, and I can tell you guys what I'm getting so far. So far, as far as being a work fragrance, I believe you can wear this to work. If you're in an office environment and you're dressed up a little bit more, I believe Lyric Man can do you some justice. Especially if you're wearing it in the warmer months, maybe slightly cooler. To me, it's like beginning of spring all the way to the beginning of summer. You can definitely get away with this in a suit. You can definitely wear this on a date. This would not be a first date fragrance. This may be a little challenging for some, my guys out there, this might be definitely a challenge for women. You might put this on because this is very unisex. To me, it sits right on the line. My son says it leans a little masculine. I've heard some people say it leans very feminine. So my opinion is that it's right there on the line based on 30 years of wearing fragrances. I believe this is right on the line. Men and women can wear this equally. But First impressions are everything. And if you wear this as a first date, I think this could be a little tad daring, guys. This could be a little daring. I am reminding myself, but on the dry down, the vanilla, I'm getting a lot of sandalwood, a titch of vanilla, but I'm getting a lot of sandalwood, and the rose goes away. A little powdery, a little sandalwood, and it just has a nice solid base to it. The base, this is gonna hang around for a long time. And talking about hanging around, the performance, let's talk about the performance on this one. So this fragrance, guys, is absolute beast mode. And when I say beast, I mean this is, as of today, the longest lasting fragrance in my collection. For example, I sprayed this on 3 sprays, okay? 2 in the back of my hand and 1 in the front of my neck. I took 2 showers. I took a shower that night and I took a shower after the gym when I woke up the next day. I washed my hands no less than 5 times. Later on day 2, the night of day 2, after I washed my hands, I'd already taken 2 or 3 showers after I sprayed this on the day after. I go to put on my seatbelt and I'm like, man, something smells good. Is that my seatbelt? No. When my hand came across, I still smelled the dry down of Lyric Man. Very faintly. It's not that it wasn't obnoxious, but it was very faint on the back of my hand. Normally I have to go a little heavier on fragrances to actually make them project and perform. But this one right here, last. This is an eternity on me. 2 to 3 sprays is all you need, guys. That's gonna get you done. The projection on this one is about 2 to 3 feet. 2 to 3 feet for the first. The thing about projection here now, I will say this. The projection lasts longer than my other one. So yes, I get 2 to 3 feet, but that projection is lasting about 2.5 hours off of me. I kept asking my son when he was away from me, and yeah, about 2 to 3 feet, at least 2.5 hours of projection time. That's on 3 sprays, guys. 2 on the back of my hands, right? And 1 in the front. 2 to 3 feet for about 2.5 hours on me. So the projection is abnormally beast mode. And with that, you guys know what comes next. My favorite component, which is sillage. My sillage is dumb. The sillage is a football field. 3 sprays, and don't let the wind catch me. You know what I always say, don't let the wind hit me, because that sillage is gonna be even more monstrous. So sillage, my scent trail behind me, is lasting forever. This hangs in the air, it clutches to the skin, so it performs just like you would think a beast mode performance would perform. Now, your wear may vary. Just to let you know, my skin scent, my flavor is very neutral. So anything gets put on my skin actually tries to neutralize it, it seems like, and it kind of brings things in. But this sillage like a monster. You will not have to worry about sillage at any time with this one. Now let's talk about compliments. Now, this bad boy right here, I think this is going to get you different compliments. This is going to be the one to where it's not going to be very, very mass appealing, but people are going to probably approach you. You're probably going to get approached and they're going to say, hey, what is that you're wearing? The mass amount of people that smell this type of fragrance on a man are probably not going to come up to you and say, man, you smell good. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't smell good. I'm saying that it's challenging and that it's not going to pull the same type of compliments as like a Creed Aventus or Dior Sauvage or Nautica. You're not going to get that type of mass appealing compliment. You're going to get something that's going to be more of a, hey, you smell different. What is it that you're wearing? So you guys know what I always do at the end. I tell you, is this an easy reach fragrance, just a fragrance you reach every day, or is this a weapon? And to me, this is an easy reach fragrance. This is just something, guys, it's not a weapon. You know, do I like it? I love it. I love the what people call the bubble bath. And this is something that I just would not have purchased 20 years ago. This is something that I would have enjoyed within the last, I'd say 6-7 years. My nose took a long time to mature to get to niche fragrances like this, and this type of perfumery is magic, guys. I would suggest any man, especially if you're into niche fragrances and you want to smell different, get your nose on Lyric Man from Amouage. I don't believe you'll be disappointed if you open your mind up and your nose really can appreciate fine perfumery. So that is it, my people. Let me know, how do you like this fragrance? Once again, put it in the description, share this around, and please don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. I really appreciate it. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you on the next video.